Hi everyone, I am Master Tatiana and we are continuing the series of mastering your life path number. And today we are going to be working on the life path number 2, which is often misunderstood and left behind and spit at. And it can left. Everyone wants to run from you. They usually refer the 2 vibration to clinginess and to neediness, right? So I like to call myself the 2 defender. Yes. Okay, so my life path 2s, if you are an 11, I highly recommend that you watch this, because this is what you feel plus 2. So it's amplified that much. Okay, so let's start off with sharing. The clinginess and the neediness is coming from a grand, massive energy of anxiousness. Yes, so 2s tend to feel a lot of anxiety. Why is that? Well, you see I'm wearing black, right? And everyone knows that black holds the yin energy, the pull energy, okay? Remember that the 2 is represented by the moon, okay? It is the dark side. And it's not the dark side from a place to scare you or a place to make you feel, yeah, that's why it's needy. Why? No, it's actually the dark side, because this is how the 2 preserves and cultivates. Yes, okay. So we're going to talk about misconceptions that we have with the 2. The 2 hold the misconception that it is clingy because it doesn't like to be alone. That is a misconception. Another misconception is that it is needy because it has a void within it, within them in this case. That is also a misconception, okay? I'm going to elaborate a little bit on that before we get to how to master it, okay? So, the 2 can't have a void. Why? Because it takes everything in. It literally takes everything in. All right. The clinginess, we always feel like, oh, you're so clingy because you need to be around me. Actually, the 2 vibration is the help. It is doing its job. Okay. The reason why the energy turns to clinginess and needy is because of the information that we take in from our life experiences. Yes. So of course a 2 will experience sometimes when they may feel very alone. They may feel that, you know, there was a time that they really needed something, or they really should have had someone around and that person was not around. Maybe that, okay? But there's a ton of things that could have played a part in a 2 having these tendencies, okay? For those that don't know, I hold a 2. That's why I'm the defender of the 2, okay? Not in my life path. I have it as my natural trait. Yeah. My birthday is on the 20th, so reduced down to a 2, but it still had that 0, so it's amplified. Very sensitive, very intuitive, right? So the clinginess really comes from that support trait that it carries, okay? It comes from that. The neediness comes from that devotion, okay? It is devoted to what it do. That's why 2s are really good for organizing behind the scenes. They are really good with cultivating the help. You know, they are the help. And let me tell you right now, guys, everyone needs a help. Everybody needs a help. So if you don't have a 2, I suggest you go looking for one, because you're going to need it, okay? But it's also important that you, if you know a 2 or that you have a 2, that you give them responsibilities, because they tend to follow through with it very well. That is the gift of being a follower. The gift of being a follower is that if you have the directions very clear, they can follow very well. Okay? And if someone is not following you very well, you can also take ownership of that as well, because if they're not following you, it's because that is how you're moving. So think of it like this. I tell most parents this. Children do not follow what you say, they only follow what you do. Okay? So this is the two. The two is following you, your pattern, your vibration. It's following your frequency. And it's trying to keep up with you because it knows that you have things you need to do. Right? So twos, please know that this anxious energy that you feel, as I mentioned, is a accumulation. Okay? So because you are the accumulation energy that fuse together, you may be carrying a lot of energy of sadness, a lot of energy of anger, a lot of energy of resentment. And because you're carrying it, because that's what you do, and it's a large amount of it, of course you experience a lot of anxiousness. Okay? So this is why the two tends to also seek a lot, because the two needs to release, and they do need assistance. That's why we weren't created here alone. That's why there's not only twos. There's twos, there's ones, there's threes, there's four, there's five, there's six, there's seven, there's eight, there's nines, right? There's a massive of people playing the collective consciousness in this lifetime. Okay, so the two needs to release. So think about it. If you're very full and you're trying to ask for help, someone help me, and someone finally helps you, right? And they could actually like release it. Why not, right? This also falls in the space of I don't want to really talk about it too much, but like sexuality when it comes to like orgasms. A two may have experienced more orgasms than anyone else, and maybe that is the best feeling for them, because this is how they release, males or females, right? And when they release, you are going to reap a lot of the benefit, because the two is going to be a loyal servant. You can call it a loyal supporter of yours. If you can help a two regain its sense again, release again in a healthy and safe way, they're always going to be grateful to you. Okay? So a two, what do we need? A two, I'm going to let you know your superpower is in submission. Yes, a two superpower is in submission. It's also in the ability to feel and return back to itself, right? So of course meditation helps a lot with that, right? But what type of meditation? Because there's so many forms of meditation. You can be watching this and meditating with me. You can be staring at a pole and meditating. So what type of meditation do you need? So tools, what you need a stillness form of meditation. Yes. Where you're sitting down, you are focusing on your breath, and you are allowing the breath you are focusing more on the exhalation than the inhale, right? Some people they're like, but wait, how do I not focus on the breath or focus breathing in? I tell them, your body is so intelligent, it knows to breathe in. Try it with me. Exhale out from your mouth. Try not to even force the breath in, and already your body is doing it. But what we are right now, we are in a society of suppression. We are in a culture of just holding everything inside. So we were never really taught or trained how to focus on the exhalation. Yes, right? So tools need to create a regiment of such where you really focus on the exhalation, and then naturally allow the intelligence of the body to do its natural function. And it's going to do it so well, you're going to be shocked. Right? This body is truly a child. It is the most faithful. You know, I always say children are the most faithful humans. They just small, right? But it's just so loyal to you. It knows what to do. It wants to keep you alive. It wants to serve you, right? It wants to honor you. So you have a loyal part of you that's with you all the time. And you just need to own up to it, appreciate for what it's doing for you, and just cultivate from there. Yeah. All right. So master that. I hope that you actually try to do this regimen at least for a week. Try it for a whole week. If you need to try, just let's start from one day. Try for that one day. You may not feel much, but then try the next day, and then choose to try another day. You're going to start noticing that you're going to feel much more liberated from any additional stress that you have stored in the body, and you're going to feel so free, guys. So free. So I know this very well because with that 2 natural traits, people know me as a good listener. 2s, you are the neutral. So whenever you go into like even feeling like I have to make a choice, you're not here to make choices. You're here to serve. And the moment that you accept that, you could go places. Because actually 2s are actually the best leaders. The best leaders. And the reason for that is because you have a ton of experience of following. You believe in learning and seeing how it's done and cultivating from that. And for that reason, this makes you a triple threat for the 1. So the 1, that's why sometimes the 1 is like, get off me. Get off me. Why? Because you're a little bit of a competition. You're a little bit of competition for the 1. The 1 is like, why? Because the 1 has a hard time following. But you, too, are natural with following. Not that the 1 don't follow, but they usually given the role of leadership. And so that is another form of following, which I explained already in a previous video for the 1s. But 2, you tend to actually literally follow someone else. And you do it for a long period of time. You don't just do it. That's the consumption too with you guys. You don't do it just for a short period. You do it for a long period. So you really get to dissect, put together, break apart, and then put together again. And you really enjoy it. You really, really enjoy it. So with that being said, guys, please master your journey. Please, this is a lifetime, a gift. This is a gift and an honor for us to even be in this present space and time, for you to look at me and for me to feel your energy through the lens and share this time and space. And I'm just here as a reminder that you have a purpose and that you are here to do it. You are here to execute it. So don't follow the beliefs of, oh, you're supposed to live life and turn up all the time. No, guys. We are here to achieve a mission, and until that mission is achieved, we will go on to the next level. So with that being said, thank you everyone for subscribing, for being a part of the family, and I hope to see you guys for the next numero 3. How to master this number. Hint, hint. Bye now.